Welcome to Songwitch, where music and mysticism meet. I'm your host, Tammy Wood, a singer-songwriter and forest witch. Join me as I share my journey of transformation, explore sacred rituals, and reveal my creative process where songwriting becomes an alchemical act of turning emotion into melody, and where each note is infused with intention and magic. What if dreams are just memories? What if dreams are just memories? Oh, hey. That is the chorus to a new song that Sam and I just finished. And it is part of our new project called Ganymede, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I realized that I'm not really talking a lot about music in my podcast, and it's called Songwitch, right? It's about me, the song witch, who uses spirituality and nature as inspiration for my songwriting. And like I pair my songwriting with spirituality as sort of a way of casting spells and doing incantations and rituals and things like that. So that's my way of celebrating and practicing my witchcraft. It's through my art. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, huh? Wow, look at how pretty that green is being picked up by the camera. I love it. Wow. Oh, there's a mountain. Yay. So today is the full moon in Cancer. It's called the wolf moon because apparently this is the time of year when the wolves come out and start their howling. Cancer is the sign of nurturing and family and emotion, love, that kind of stuff. So, and I could tell you this lunation has been very emotional. Cancer, the sign of Cancer, is ruled by the moon, and the moon is all about our emotions. And I have done some really deep learning this lunation. Some things that I thought were reality, I have come to discover and learn that those were not reality. Those were my narrative that I had created. And so let me see if I can be a little bit more specific without, naming names or giving away too much. I like to protect other people's privacy. But I have a friend who I thought, we've known each other for a long time, and I thought when we were younger that she did some things that were like kind of immoral, unethical. I thought yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. And all these years, that has been in the back of my mind. And I've kept her at arm's length because of those things that I thought of her. And those things created insecurity for me. And I actually tried to break it off with her and, just say that, hey, we're living different lives, and basically like I have different values than you without saying it like that. And I tried to break it off, and she was devastated which I wasn't expecting. I thought she was going to respond out of anger and denial and, like, you know, that kind of thing. And so this was all through text, which I don't recommend doing this kind of stuff through text, but I was in a place where I couldn't do it any other way. So I didn't read her response for a couple of days because I thought I knew what her response was going to be. And when I finally did read it, because it was driving me crazy, I was starting to have all these, like, just intrusive thoughts in my head. You know, I felt bad for trying to break it off with her, and I was like, okay, before I think any deeper about this, I need to just go and read her response, because I don't know what her response is. I think I know what it is, but I don't know. So I went and I read it, and it was the complete opposite of what I thought it was. She responded by telling me how much she loved me and how she's only ever wanted the best for me. And it was just a very heartfelt response that really broke me, because one, I wasn't expecting it, and two, it was everything that I didn't realize I needed to hear. But in that moment, it hit me that that's what I needed. I needed a real friend. And she said she wanted to talk things out with me and understand what it was that I was holding on to from the past. And that's all I wanted. But I didn't think that was what I was going to get. And that's why I was afraid to look at the response. So she said she wanted to talk things out with me. And I was like, of course, bawling, emotional. I'm like, that's all I ever wanted. So we got together the next day and cried a lot and talked a lot. And I told her everything that I was feeling and the things that I thought she had done to me when we were younger. And as she was explaining what happened when we were younger, I started remembering the real story. And I realized I had created this other narrative in my head out of jealousy and I don't know, just jealousy, I guess. Okay, I thought she had done something with my boyfriend when we were younger, and I blamed her for it. And then I remembered as she was telling me that he kissed her, and he actually wasn't my boyfriend. He was just somebody that I was obsessed with. And uh, and then she said she didn't welcome the kiss, she didn't ask for the kiss, and that she never, like, did anything with him again. I guess he picked her up for school or something. She thought it was innocent. He tried to kiss her, and then she was like, and she never rode with him again in the car. And as she's telling me all of this and explaining it, I'm like, the pieces are all starting to come back, and I'm remembering the story. And I'm like, and it was just blowing my mind how my brain pieced together this story that was not reality. And the fact that we never talked about it, I think when she told me, I was probably just like, and, like, didn't express any feelings about it. Knowing myself and how I probably was at that age, I'm sure that's what I did. And I think because we never like talked about it further, and I never expressed how I felt and stuff. I think that contributed to my ability to create this other narrative based on my feelings rather than based on reality. So after that, there were some other incidents that I remembered as an adult that happened with her and some other people. And I thought the same thing. I thought that she was like messing around with other friends' boyfriends. And as I brought those situations up with her, and she started to explain, no, that didn't happen. This is what happened. Again, reality started to come into focus. And it was really, really emotional for me. Such a huge realization about myself. And in therapy, we've been talking about how I catastrophize. And I guess catastrophizing is where you make a situation out to be something more than it is. I don't know if it's like a form of ADHD or OCD or whatnot, but or a symptom of one of those. But and as we've talked about that in therapy, I've known like, oh yeah, I tend to kind of blow things up in my head and I expect the worst and stuff. But it had never been such a blatant example in my face as it was this weekend, talking to my friend. And such a huge realization about something I had done wrong, I would have thought would like devastate me or just make me feel really ashamed or something, have some kind of a negative effect on me. But in fact, this realization has been freeing and uplifting and ah, like I'm on the verge of tears, but I'm not crying because I'm happy. Like I'm lighter. And the coolest thing about all of this is I have an amazing, okay, now I'm going to cry. I have an amazing friend for life that I didn't know that I had. And that's fucking awesome. I don't let a lot of people in. I'm very guarded. I guard my heart pretty fiercely. And for her to just stick by me, even when I had these thoughts about her doing these, terrible and mean things to different people, and for her to still stick by me and like forgive me for having those thoughts and not blaming me. And, she cried with me and told me that she understands it's just a trauma response and that she doesn't take it personal. And I mean, honestly, it's everything. It really is. It's everything. Hold on, there's dog poop, and I feel it's not my dog's poop, but I feel the obligation to cover it up real quick. It's right in the walkway, and I do not want to step in it, and I don't want somebody else to step in it either. Ugh, gross. Okay, I think that's good enough. Anyway, hi Sainty. Where are we going? Which way? You want to go this way? Which way do you want to go? Show me. That way. There's no trail that way. Which way do you want to go this way? All right. Oh my God. I need to pause and I need to put my gloves on. I'm freezing. Let's watch Sainty for a little bit. Boogers, what are you doing? Oh, come on. You're eating grass? You don't need to eat grass. Come on. You're good. Your tummy's doing good. Come on. This way. Let's go over to the beach on this side. So beautiful today. Let's see if we can get some of that sky. No, a little blown out. There we go. There's some blue sky. Say, why are you eating grass? So that was a really emotional story that I just told. Yeah, I'm still kind of, my head is still kind of spinning from it. I just kept apologizing and I told her I feel like I'm gonna be working for the rest of my life to make it up to her. And you know what her response was? It was, "You don't owe me anything, just a commitment to our friendship." I was like, "Oh my God, how can you be so awesome?" Like I've never had, well, I take it back. The only person who has ever treated me this way was Sam. And I have accused him of doing things in the past. And when I would finally confront the issue with him, and he would explain things, and I would have the realization that I was creating these narratives in my head that were not actually reality. Um, yeah, there were these, it was just like this situation with my friend. Like it would be these huge like aha awakening moments where I realize I'm like at fault, basically. I mean, not them. They would probably say you're not at fault. It's, whatever, but I don't know. I take responsibility for my thoughts and my feelings as an adult. Yes, I've been through a lot and I'm I'm working on myself. I have been for a long time. And right now, the work that I'm doing is just really, it's working. It's really helping me. And I'm growing and learning so much. Even if the learning is hard, like the reward that comes from it is so much greater than the difficulty. The thing just came running past me. It made me nervous. So, oh, there's the river. Pretty. So I welcome it all. I welcome all the lessons. I welcome all the difficult journeys because I want to reach the top. That's another line in that song I was singing. I can reach the top. Ooh, this is pretty. I can reach the top. I can reach the top. So the beginning of the song goes, I still believe in dreams. I hope I never stop. I break the seams, I hike ravines, I still believe I can reach the top. Okay, so that's the first verse. And it's so apropos for this moment in my life. It's actually a song that I started writing a long time ago. Um, God, I was probably only 18 when this happened. It was a it was an acid trip. Yep. I used to do psychedelics when I was a kid, and I was with I was with this guy friend of mine. We used to like drive around all the time and find these things called smoke spots. They called me the queen of smoke spots because I always knew all these cool places like out in the woods or just off the beaten path. Like my dad was a hunter, and so he would take me with him, and I would have to like drive him on these like old forest roads and leave him at the top of the mountain, and he'd be like, okay, now you just drive back down the mountain and you will pick me up down there. So he would like get out, hunt, hike down the mountain, and that was that. um anyway, so that's how I came to know a lot of those like roads that were out there. So queen of smoke spots. So we drove by this place one time. It was called Victor Falls, and I had never seen it before. And it looked really pretty. It looked like there was a waterfall, and like we were hoping that we could like hike down to the bottom of it. Whoa! How'd you do that? Oh my God! Look at stay right there. Stay. No, no, no! Don't move. Stay. He jumped up on this log. Now that I have it in the camera view, it doesn't look that big, but that log is huge. It's like almost up to my waist. Anyway, nice. You can come down now. I'm gonna try setting this camera up on this log. Hopefully I can find a spot where it's not gonna fall. I'm just gonna try walking around as I talk to you guys because my hands are cold and I can't hold that camera anymore. I gotta get my hand warmers out here. So hopefully this works. I don't know how far away I can get with my little microphone here. I haven't tested it, and I'm not sure. I can't remember how far it transmits, so we'll see if it works. But I just think that that background is so beautiful. I'm assuming you guys will want to look at that as I talk to you, and I'm gonna search for some little things on the beach here, see if I can find any cute rocks or whatever. All right, so back to my story. So Victor Falls, we're like, yeah, we have this brilliant idea where we think we're gonna drop acid and we're gonna go and hike down because you enter the area at the top of the falls, so we have to hike down to the bottom of it. And mind you, when we get there, I think we had already taken the acid. We get there and there is no trail. We weren't very bright. There's no trail, so we had to bushwhack it all the way down this side of this little fucking mountain because we wanted to get to the bottom of the waterfall, and we thought, oh, it's probably like this beautiful lagoon down there, and we wanted to sit down there. Oh, and we brought my dad's guitar and a boombox so we could listen to music. Lol. boombox. So we bushwhack it down there, and when we get down there, we realize there's like no shore. There's a trickle of a stream, and it's just super thick brush. Like there's nowhere to sit. It's ugly. And I just remember it being super hot down there and muggy because we're like in these bushes and it's warm out. Anyway, I'm having a flashback. So and then we started to panic because we're we're starting to really feel the effects of the acid, and we're like, wait, we don't even know what time it is. We didn't have a watch. We didn't have phones back then. And we're like, we don't know when it's going to get dark. We have no idea what time it is. That's kind of like when you're on LSD, you can like get completely disoriented and with time, and like you can hallucinate. And in fact, I did hallucinate a lot on this trip. Oh, I'm probably out of your view. I came over here. Sainty was walking through the water over here. It's so pretty. Um, where was I? So we get down to the bottom. We realize, like, we probably need to head back up because we don't know what the hell we're doing. We're stupid. So we start to climb back up this ravine. And this is when I started to peak, as they call it. And it was not good. It was your quintessential bad trip filled with maggots and bugs and worms. And so let me explain what I mean by that. We're hiking back up this ravine with a guitar and a boombox. And we get like halfway up, and my friend's up ahead of me. And as I'm like digging my hands into the dirt, climbing up this mountain, that's when I started to see the maggots and the worms and the bugs, because I was thinking, I thought I was going to die. I thought this was the end. So I think what happens when you're on psychedelics is if you start to panic and have anxiety about something, it can manifest with these like terrible, scary hallucinations. In fact, I don't think I know. I've had multiple bad trips on LSD, and I can tell you 100% that that's what happens. Your mental controls your perception. And so if you start thinking bad thoughts, you'll start to see bad things if you're high enough. If you're not that high, then you won't hallucinate. You'll just have these bad thoughts, and it will make you super anxious. But I was very high that day, and those are the things I was seeing. And I remember freaking out, thinking I was going to die. And so I can't remember if I had the guitar or if he had the guitar. I can't remember who had the guitar and who had the boombox, but at some point, both of us threw them off the side of the mountain. We chucked them down. Saint, what are you smelling? You're making me nervous. Is there an animal out there? What? Or is there a person out there? What is it? Hmm? You gonna go check it out? Let me get my bear spray. There shouldn't be any bears out here right now. They should be hibernating, but you're scaring me. What is it? Is there something out there? No? Okay. We're safe? It's all good? Why don't you go find a stick? Go find a stick. Where is it? Where's the stick? Huh? Me, my soul dog. on, soul dog. So yeah, we chucked them off the ravine, the boombox and the guitar, to save ourselves. And we made it to the top, and that was that. And I remember I had to go home and I had to announce to my dad that I had thrown his guitar off of a mountain. And he was not happy. But whatever. I was a piece of shit, man. I was quite the unruly, adventurous adrenaline junkie of a child, which is so weird because I'm so not that now. I guess I got all that out of my system when I was young. I didn't know I was going to come here today and talk about an acid trip. So that's kind of cool that that's where it ended up going. I have no idea how we got on that subject, though. You're going to try to bury that big old stick? You're funny. Oh, yeah, you're funny. You're funny. Look at you, tough guy. Oh, oh, look at you, tough guy. You going to bury it? You going to give me the stick? Can I have it? Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Are you sure? Can I have it? Can I have it? Whoa, be careful. That's a big stick. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Ah, you let me take it? No. I'm going to take it. Can I have it? Oh, God, that's a big stick. Come on, soul dog. What you got? What you got? Come on. What you got? Yeah, I have no idea why I was talking about this freaking LSD trip. Oh, Victor, because Victor Falls, that's the name of our song. So I started writing a song about that trip years ago when I was like 18, I think is when that happened. And so several years ago, like about 5, maybe 10 years ago, something like that, I decided to bring the song back and but I modified it a lot, and it's not anything like the original was, but I just like that concept of Victor Falls. Like it's a double entendre, right? So because Victor Falls is the name of the place, and then like one of the lines in the songs is even when you think, even when it seems like the victor falls, even when you think there's nothing at all. Yeah. So it's kind of about like the hero falling from grace. You know, it could be about like can't remember the name in English lit that they call the good guy, the hero. I can't remember what they're called. Damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I mean, it can be about that. It can be about, you know, the good person isn't always what who you think they are, you know. They fall down too. But even when they fall down, they still can get back up. And they can keep climbing and climbing and climbing until they reach the top. Right, Sainty? Right, Sainty? Am I right or am I right? Oh boy. Who's gonna get it? Is that my stick? Can I have it? Oh, you're gonna let me take it? Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh, see, and I heard you. I heard you, honey. Oh, that hurts you, I know. Can I see? Can I see your mouth? Is it okay? Is it okay? Oh my god. Oh my god, honey. Okay, you're not bleeding. Okay. It probably just hurt, huh? You're fine? Okay. You're a tough motherfucker. Oh, you are bleeding a little bit. Your tongue. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That hurt. Yeah. You okay? Can I see it again? Is it still bleeding? Oh, no, okay. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy with the stick, okay? Okay, let's take it easy. I don't want you to get hurt. Jeez. Bad dog mom here. Just playing too rough with my boy. Okay, hopefully it was just a little nick. I think it was just your tongue. Your tongue probably got cut a little bit. I don't think it's your tooth or anything. Whew, okay. So yeah, that's what the song's about. And I just feel like it's really appropriate for what I've been going through this week and what I've realized about myself, you know. I thought I was this super like moral and ethical person. Like I've worked really hard over the last like 20 years or whatever to just really get my life together and be the good person that I've wanted to be. And I've worked hard on myself with therapy, and here I was thinking that I'm like this highly evolved person who's done all this work, and boy, that was a slap in the face. But it's okay. I mean, right? Sometimes we need a slap in the face to wake up and realize what's really going on. And that kind of takes me back to Hecate, the goddess Hecate, and when my niece Jaden, aka Moonchild, pointed out that Hecate is my goddess, it's again, that's kind of a Hecate thing for her. She's a real like slap you in the face kind of goddess. Like she will straight up, she makes no qualms about it. She's like, if this is what it takes to wake you up, then wake up. And I don't mind it because I actually really I appreciate a good slap in the face. If I'm doing something fucked up or whatever, I want to know. I want to make it right. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that Hecate slapped me in the face. There's a lot of quartz out here. I haven't really seen much of anything else, I don't think. There's a lot of iron too. And where there's quartz and iron, there's often gold. I think there's gold everywhere out here. But I haven't found any. Maybe my odds of finding some will go up as I keep coming out here. So that line in the song, it goes, even when you think, wait, no. Even when it seems like the victor falls, even when you think there's nothing at all, a afraid I'm gonna wake up and find myself alone. Only one who shines on me. You're my sun. And then it goes, what if dreams are just memories? What if dreams are just memories? I can reach the top. What if dreams are? I can reach the top. Memories. Anyway, the vocals kind of weave in and out there. There's harmonies and call and response and blah 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 blah, and it's gonna be. It is beautiful. Oh my God! So we've been working with a producer, and he's amazing. And we got the final version back last weekend, I think it was. And oh wow, again, mind blown. It was beautiful. Can't wait to share it with y'all. It's going to be a little while before it is shared, though, because we are going to drop the entire album at once. We're not going to give any, like, well, I mean, maybe as it gets closer to the release date, we'll start releasing singles here and there. I don't know. Sam has a whole plan. He's the creative director. He's the one funding this whole project, so it's up to him how we do the rollout. But I trust him explicitly. He's very knowledgeable about this kind of stuff, the marketing, the rollout, all of it. He's freaking genius, man. So he's the one making this happen, and I'm super grateful. This is something that I've wanted my entire life. I can remember being 11 years old on my old antique broken piano and just writing my own songs and fantasizing that one day I would be performing them for people. And it's been a long time coming, but I believe in divine timing, and I believe that this is it. This is my time. All the other times before were not my time. And luckily I made it through those times, and I managed to muster up enough patience to just keep going and creating art and understand that one day it would all come to fruition. And here we are, almost ready to, well, we're getting close. I mean, it'll be a little while before the whole thing's done, but we're getting close. And I'm starting to see my stuff, my songs being realized. And oh, be careful, buddy. It's just slippery. Yeah, it's slippery log. One more thing. So Sam is also, he's been coming up with concepts for the videos that he's going to make. And oh yeah, our project name, it's called Ganymede. So Ganymede is one of Jupiter's moons. And the reason it is significant for us, Sam came up with the name, but it's significant because when we first got together, we had this band named The Story of Light and Dark. And we did a little mini West Coast tour, met some really cool people, some really cool bands. And one of them was in Olympia at this little dive bar. Can't remember the name. I'll fill it in later in the editing that I do here. But after we played our set, this little old man came up to us, and he was so sweet. He was like, hey, you guys, I follow you on MySpace, and I love your music, and I came out here just to see you guys tonight. And we were like, oh my God, is this our first like fan? And it was just a really cool moment that we never forgot, and that we're super grateful for. And so Sam wanted to name our project Ganymede, and I think that is just beautiful. Like the whole story, our entire story is such a beautiful story, and I'll continue telling more of it. There's so much to tell. We've been together 18 years, and I could write a book. In fact, I'm probably going to write a book someday, not just about him and I, but about my life in general, because I have a lot to say. I have a story to tell, and I used to feel weird about telling my story. I used to think it meant that I was like self-centered, or I don't know, egotistical, thinking like, "Ooh, my story. What's so special about my story?" But wisdom has shown me that that's not the case. Like I'm perfectly entitled to tell my story. I've lived an eventful life, and I have a journey that I want to share with people. Oh, careful. Careful, yeah, it's really slippery. Careful in here. But I think I need to get Sainty home. He's getting a little wild out here. Let's go home, okay? Anyway, it's been nice talking to you guys. I feel like I'm back in the pocket. So I'm gonna start posting podcasts regularly again. I'm not telling you what I'm committing to yet. I would love to do once a week, and hopefully I can, but I'm still learning the new software that Sam got me, Final Cut. It's been such a learning curve, and I've got other new software that I've been learning, so it's like everything takes so much longer to do now because I'm learning, and I can't just whip through it like I did like the old programs that I was using. I got a new laptop, so I've been learning that. Yeah, it's just so might take a little bit for me to get back into the swing and like actually get up to where I can do it once a week, but that's my goal. So y'all stay safe out there. I love you. I appreciate you. And just remember that growth is not linear. It happens. It's up and down, up and down, and up and down. But if you stick with it, and you're patient, and you keep your eyes and your mind open to the lessons, it can be a beautiful, beautiful journey. All right. Happy full moon in Cancer. Happy wolf moon. I love you, and peace, love, and music. I'll talk to you soon.